Just because you have a lot of kids, you supposed to have low ass standards. I was talking to this nigga and I was telling him like, yeah, I wouldn't date no nigga that got little ass kids. Like, I don't want no man that got kids under the age of 6 years old. Like, my kids are all in school. I don't have little ass babies. I'm not changing diapers. I'm not listening to whining. I don't have to deal with that shit. So why would I go and get a man that got little ass kids? And he was like, well, you got 4 kids. Bitch, I don't give a damn if I had 10 kids. I don't have to lower my standards just because I have kids. That don't make me the bottom of the barrel kind of female. And secondly, I got my ducks in a row. My shit is straight over here. I pay my own bills. I got my own car. I got a job. Like, I really be doing shit over here by myself. So when a man come over, if he is not my husband or we ain't really rocking with each other hard as hell, I'm not expecting you to do shit. I don't need you to watch my kids. I don't need you to babysit. I don't need none of that because I already have that shit. So why do y'all be trying to tell women that, oh, because you got a lot of kids, you're basically like the bottom of the barrel kind of female? Bitch, who are you? Like, first of all, when niggas be having little ass kids, to me, I be still feeling like they be still messing around with their baby mama. And the reason why I say that is because the baby mama still gonna need them regardless. Like, when you got little ass kids that's still in diaper, you still need your baby daddy. Y'all still have to conversate about shit. When you got older kids, all y'all gotta do is drop them off at school, the daddy go pick them up, and y'all just do it from there. Like, it ain't really too much communication because the kids are older. But bottom line is, I don't care if I had about 10 kids. I still want a good ass man. A lot of people say, oh, you're not gonna find a good ass man with 10 kids. Well, then be it.
Yeah, this is delusional. This is delusional AF, because at the end of the day, if you've got a bunch of kids, you have to understand that when you go out there and you let people know that you do have a bunch of kids, that they're going to alter the perception of you. That's going to change things. That's going to change things in terms of the relationship dynamic. It's going to change things in terms of what you're able to do and not do. And I don't think that you can really have too much of a, what's the word I want to look for? You can't have too much of a peeve about it. You can't turn around and say, why do people do this? Why do people do that? It's just a circumstance that you find yourself in. You choose the men that you end up going for. And if they have a problem with the fact that, you have a problem with them having kids or whatever, then that's up to you to discuss and sort out. Like, I don't understand why the need to come to social media and to be telling everyone that you've got a problem with men having younger kids and that's not your preference. Like, if that's not your preference, you should already communicate that with the men that you're dealing with and let them know that that's not something you're willing to deal with. But we tend to find out that most of the time when people get in these situations, it's because of the fact that they don't have the wherewithal and they don't have the capacity to want to deal with other people's kids while still wanting someone to come into their life. And she might turn around and say, hey, I don't need someone to come into my life and look after my kids. They're all good. But at the end of the day, that's what a guy's going to do. There's no way the man is going to, further himself in a relationship with you and not take on some of the relationship burden in terms of finances, in terms of time, because you're not going to turn around and say, oh, we're getting serious now. We've been seeing each other for 1 year. You're coming over to my house. I need to go to the shops quickly. No, don't worry. My kids are looked after. Just leave them to the side. The man is going to be partaking in raising your kids. So if you're saying that you don't want to take on board that burden because you're past that stage of looking after someone's kids, then that's totally fine. But you can't preface that by saying that the reason why you don't want to do that is because, like, all the guys are still messing with their children's mum or whatever and everything else, and then come and moan about it. Like, just say you're selfish. You're past that stage. You don't want to deal with that anymore, and that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with feeling like that. But at the end of the day, I think she's got more to worry about, because I don't know how many kids she got. But you need to worry yourself. If you're doing it single at the moment, you need to worry yourself solely on, like, getting yourself right and making sure your kids are good before coming on board and moaning about, like, small preferences. I think people make too much of a big deal about the smallest little things, and you make too much of a big deal about other people having preferences, which they should be allowed to have, just the same way you have your own preferences. And then when you discuss it with them, the first thing you do shouldn't be to put them in a space where they feel like they're doing something wrong for having those preferences. You should be able to acknowledge that and say, hey, listen, at the end of the day, I understand the preferences that you've got. These are the preferences that I've got. Let's meet in the middle somewhere. Or it's really easy to ask a question of someone very quickly while you're getting to know them to say, how many kids have you got? And then the conversation can end there, or even when you meet them. Because why is it getting to a point of contention within your situation with that person to then it be a case that you're now finding out, and this is only a problem now? That should be one of the first things that you should ask, and you should say, okay, how old are your kids within the first meeting? And then there's no need to have a conversation after that if that's a big issue. But what I feel from this woman and what I'm sensing is the fact that she seems to have a problem with other people having preferences, while she herself has her own preferences in terms of what she wants to deal with within the dating market, which is, the norm at the moment. People want everything and want to give very little. People have all the requirements in the world but won't adhere to other people's requirements in any kind of way. And it's kind of sad because it's going to leave you in a point of view where, like she said at the end, she doesn't give a damn if she had 10 kids, and if nobody wants her, then ultimately she don't care. And this is the bigger problem. When people get to the point where they feel like they're not going to win, they feel like they're not going to get what they want, they go to the real bottom extreme, which is, I don't want what I said I want in the first place. That is real childish behavior. If you want to know if someone's childish, see how quickly they go from wanting something to completely not wanting it if they don't get it the way they want. Some people will turn around and say it's boundaries, but I look at it as childish. Because if you have no room to negotiate, you never really wanted what you said you wanted in the first place. And especially when it comes to people, if you really want someone, then you'll be able to bend a little bit. Now, there are some things that we can discuss and say, those are fundamental things in people, but some of the things are just preferences that you can kind of bend towards. We're not talking about someone's general makeup. We're not talking about how they carry themselves. We're not talking about anything. We're talking about if their kids just fall below a specific age that you don't want to deal with. So why is 6 the magic number? Why is it not 7? Why is it not 8? Like, where did you determine what the number was? That baby mums and baby dads are still messing with each other. Where does that cut off? But I'd love to know what you guys think about this one. I think it's sad. I think people are just, making too much out of the littlest things. You're already in a bit of a predicament because you didn't stay with your child's father in the first place. And now you're coming out here and asking for too much in this dating market. It's rough out here, but you're making it rougher on yourselves. But guys, let me know what you think. Actually got a point. Should people that already have kids stick to dealing with people that already have kids? Should single people, this is one I hear a lot as well, should single people only date single people and stay away from people with kids? I'd love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.